Okay, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another Final Fantasy X Hardcore Nuzlocke live stream. And if you join us in the chat, great to have you with us. It has been a few weeks since we've done one of these. I think the last time we were doing one, we were flux testing. So I thought I'd hop on. We've also got the Final Fantasy X Nuzlocke rules explainer video gone live today. I appreciate everyone who checked that out on the premiere. And feel free to let me know your thoughts about that in the comments of the video, in the comments of the live stream. And yeah, we will I think we'll just jump straight in. So where are we? So we're in the Calmlands and we haven't fought Seymour Flux yet. But the intention today is to get past Seymour. Now I am just going to do some quick checks with the audio because OBS has updated and the audio did reset. So yeah, so we're back. So let me just do a couple of quick checks. It has been a few weeks and I do need to sort this after OBS, so just bear with me. Right, we're back. Things are good. Things are okay. Maybe the game sound could probably do with increasing, but we'll play that by ear. So let me just check with the chat before we start going. LG, my man, great to see you back, brother. Hope things are well. How you feeling now? Because I know you haven't been the best. Hope you're back to your best self. Looking forward to seeing you back streaming, contenting, everything, bro. Great to see you in the chat though. We are back indeed, and we're in the office, which is fantastic. It's not finished, but we are getting there with the office, which is really good. Yeah, the vid, I mean, pretty happy with the vid, the explainer vid. Yeah, there were some rushed parts, but I just wanted to get it out there at the end of the day, and hopefully it kind of displays all of the key rules clearly to those that are interested in it. So but yeah, appreciate your comments in the chat, LG, as always, man. Maybe a bit rushed at times, but still explained everything very well. Yeah. Look, there's a lot to go through, and I don't like to beat around the bush. I just want to kind of get it out there. So yeah, glad you checked it out though, man. Appreciate it. And any comments you got about the vid, or anything you know you want to share kind of on the vid or in the chat today, feel free to to drop them in the comments. Right, so where are we today? So we're on attempt number 26. We find ourselves at the 5th save state in Macalania Woods. That's after Flux. That's after Seymour Natus. And previously we've been doing some Seymour Flux testing. I've been having to think about this, and we've had a few comments on a few of the live streams recently, particularly the recent ones. And I think today I'm going to hack in the remedies. Now, reason being, what have we got here? So we've got 14. It actually turns out that we've missed one in the game. And I went back and I checked the footage, and it seems like we didn't pick one up on Mushroom Rock Road, even though we literally went past the chest. So there's the 15th one. To go from 15 to 19, I would have to have stolen twice from the Sandragora, which is a mandatory fight in Beacon. Now, looking at going back to the VOD on that, it's weird because we didn't have Riku with SOS Haste. Now, had she got SOS Haste, Beacon would just be a completely different story. So the fact that we retroactively hacked in SOS Haste after Beacon changes the game, really. So what I'm thinking of doing is hacking in the 20 remedies that we need, because the 15th we would get from Mushroom Rock, likely get 2 steals from the Sandragora, and then the 20th one actually comes from the High Bridge, because you can guarantee yourself a mech encounter and get a steal. So Riku gets 2 turns when she's under SOS Haste on the High Bridge. One could be for the steal, and one could be to take out the enemies. And I've shown on that video, and it was one of the most popular ones with Evrail Tana, that we can one-shot the mechs. So the compromise, though, in this instance is I'm actually going to sacrifice my Calmland steal for the live streams. So what that means is I will essentially be using my Calmland steal to get these remedies. Now, the other thing is, there is a legitimate way of getting these through the Malborough, but it will probably take a lot of luck and a lot of time, and I can't be asked to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to hack in the remedies. And a comment that was made on one of the previous videos mentioned that I've pretty much already done this with the SOS Haste, so why not do it again? And it's right, but equally, yeah, blind geek moment not getting the chest, LG. To be fair, I literally walked straight past it, and I mentioned the chest. Oh, we won't need that in the future. Turns out we probably do. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to hack in the remedies, but what that means is I will in future, when we do this proper Nuzlocke style, I will theoretically have 20 remedies by the time I get here. So I will have an additional opportunity to use the Calmland Monster Arena for an additional steal. Whether that, and I've looked at the P Birdman guide, I've looked at the strategy guide, I've looked online. There isn't anything OP that we can actually get from the Monster Arena. I think the only thing that we could get that we don't have right now is maybe a fireproof armor. But actually, come to think of it, we don't need that. We've already got that stuff. We can get slow protection or slow strike, maybe. We could potentially get enough for stone proof. That's probably the other big one, but that would require a lot of steals from one of the anacondas. So I'm prepared to sacrifice that steal to give us the auto med for the Flux fight, which in a legitimate playthrough we can absolutely get at this point. Now, what this also means is, though, is that theoretically along the way I would have got the 15, I got the one on the High Bridge, and I would have this. I'm almost coming at this as if I only got 1 steal from the Sandragora on the on Beacon, and I'm having to use my Calmland steal to get a couple from the Malborough, which is pretty much guaranteed, as we've shown on previous attempts. So that's the trade-off. So I'm going to hack those in. It's not FFX editor, I need the far plane. And then we're going to do a bit of Flux testing just to get back into the rhythm. Because how I tested it before with Automed, I didn't use the Sunburst strategy that we've gone with. So I'm going to give us the 20. So there's 20 right there. And we're going to put a save in at over 143. But yeah, no Monster Arena steal for me now. So, what does this mean? This means... So everyone's got an overdrive, that's fine. What this means is now, I believe, is that we are pretty much set up for Flux. Which means I am prepared to go and save at... Yeah, I think we're in a position where you can pretty much get anything we want. We've got everything we need from all of the resources available to us. That, you see, LG, that's the narrative I've been going with. You're right. You are right to say what you're saying, right? Something clicked with me though, that I guess what I'm attempting to use these live streams for is to figure out what the best strategy is and run with that. Like we've done with the SOS haste stuff, because at the time we didn't get SOS haste from... Well, I think that's the sacrifice I'm willing to do here, is if I... And I've looked, I've honestly, I've gone through the Monster Arena, I've gone through all of the steals and all of the... Yeah, I've gone through all of the steals. There isn't anything else we can get really from the Monster Arena. So I'm prepared to sacrifice my steal for the arena in hope we get a favourable outcome with auto med. Because on any other attempt, I would be doing exactly this strat, guaranteed. Because we can guarantee we get Riku into SOS in Beacon. I wouldn't say we can guarantee Riku in Overdrive, but we can guarantee Riku gets at least one steal from the Sandragora in Beacon. So I know what you're saying though, and I will 100%, and I guess I've been trying to rack my brain, how can I balance this out without kind of having my cake and eating it? And I'm prepared to sacrifice the the steal in the Monster Arena, because I don't actually think there's anything else. I think the other thing actually that I was thinking about is since like way back when, we've actually introduced additional special rules to one of the rules of the Nuzlocke, and it actually prevents us from getting super duper massively OP in the end game, and that's through no airship secret locations and no passwords. So not so much the passwords, but the secret locations prevent us from quite a bit of stuff, particularly the spoils available in the Omega Ruins. So that's probably another trade-off that I could say as well. So I think with that out the way, I've got to go to Macalania. I've got to get myself prepared for Mount Gagazet. We've got to go up Mount Gagazet, and then we've got to save. We'll probably do some testing with Flux there, maybe like kind of 6-10 tests, and then we'll crack on with the official setup and the official Flux attempt then. Boss in Duraptor, hello, welcome to the stream, my man. Oh, I'm presuming it's a man. Well, welcome to the stream. So LG, I hope that kind of compromise is okay and you're accepting of that compromise. There was another comment that was made on one of the streams, and it was like, well, what is this challenge? What is this run through? Is it to test the strategies? And the fact is, I've done these offline, but going forward I'll be doing these on stream, on practices. I guess what I want this to be is we fathom out what the strategies are live, we test, we refine, then we go for the boss. It just so happened that I'd already kind of figured out half the strategy for Flux offline, but I won't be doing that again. And I've pretty much introducing this, I reckon, at the right time. Maybe I should have done it before Flux, but yeah, we can do it for the remainder of the bosses as well. So that's the compromise. So we've got the 20 remedies. We'll do the customization when we are at the autosave near Flux, and we can figure it out then. Boss Interrupter, day's going very, very well. Thank you very much. Hope you are doing good as well. Hope your day's going well. We've had the Nuzlocke rules explained video. Just getting back to your comments, LG. If you ended up saying more, it would have just been repeating. It was perfect for me. Yeah, appreciate the support on the VOD, LG. It was a long time coming, man. It's a bit of a catalyst as well, to be fair, for the next set of Nuzlocke videos I've got that I want to put on the channel. So really, because everyone's got an overdrive, we can make our way to Macalania with no issue really. We're only going to get we're only going to get the maximum of one encounter, I think, between here and Macalania. But what we just basically need to do is to get Kimari into SOS. That's all we need for Mount Gagazet. So let's just get Riku into... Probably could do with actually with her in SOS for these fights as well. Yeah, day's going good. Boss Interrupter. I'm also doing good. I'm doing a Pokemon Black 2 Nuzlocke on an emulator. Oh, fantastic. What brings you to the chat then? You a fan of Final Fantasy FFX, or is it just like the Nuzlocke element that brought you to the chat? LG, what's going on with you then, man? How's when's the next stream? When's the next bit of content? And what's your thoughts on your plans? Right, what do we need? We probably need Kimari. Actually, I don't think it matters. What matters though is this. So let's just give him this. We'll give you this. We'll give you this. No, we can't have that. Yeah, we'll give you that. You can't have that. You need that. SOS Haste on Riku is probably the way to go. Auron, just give him something regular. You can stick with that. You can stick with that. Right. So, First Strike, Stone Touch, Initiative, that's good. Capture, Piercing, Death Touch, okay. I'm just going to go and tap on the save point just to get maximum health. And I think I might just nip into the shop just to make sure that we've topped up on everything. Yes, we did. We topped up actually on the Monster Arena, didn't we? So... Boss Ring Raptor saying, Nuzlocke element, plus I never played Final Fantasy, what's it like? I mean, if you're going to play Final Fantasy, pal, Final Fantasy X is probably the best place to start, but the man to ask is Luke Goblin in the chat, one of the mods. He is your kind of encyclopedia for Final Fantasies and has done loads in the past. I'm a very big Final Fantasy X advocate and fan. And if you're going to start the franchise, it's probably the best place to start. There is a great video actually on which Final Fantasy is best to start with. But if you like Pokemon games, it really does remind me of Pokemon. So what we need here is a Blaster Mine, which is Grenade and Antidote. Oh, for fuck's sake. Typical. we get a that was a critical blaster mine there. So what that means is we need Riku in Slayer. And this is going to be a tough... I think this is going to be a tough... Well, it's going to take a couple more battles than we anticipated. So they've got rid of them. I'm hoping Kimahri's going to put this to sleep now. That's good. Right. What we can now do is bring in Lulu and just make sure she has not got her booster on, because I think boost actually kills Riku. What we now need as well is we need Kimahri in SOS, so let's just get Riku to attack Kimahri. Kimahri can chill out. That's good. And now Riku should be able to sort this out. Perfect. Yeah, it really does remind me actually of Pokemon games, and I think if you're a fan of Pokemon, it's not that much different. Like, there's enemies, there's monsters, there's puzzles, there's problem solving, there's moves, there's weaponry. You know, it's very... I'm not saying it's like for like, but there are a lot of similarities. Okay, what we'll do is now we're going to get Thief into Daredevil just to get her overdrive back up. Let's make sure everyone else is in Victor and you're in Slayer. That's good. Right. Surfer's out front. That's what we need. So this is the prep to get through Gagazet until we can get to the Flux save sphere. Then I'm going to change the overlay. So what we need to do here is just buy ourselves some turns with Riku, just to get the overdrive up, because we are in Daredevil. I guess now we could show off the power of Kimahri in SOS as well. Mr. Stonebreath. This should get his overdrive back. Oh no, it won't. He'll only get 60% for fuck's sake. I just thought we didn't swap his equipment back to SOS. Right, we do need to get him ready, actually. Ready for the climb? No, we'll do that actually near Gagazet. So, here's what we've got to do. We've got to get Riku now into Slayer. Sorry about this messing about at the start, folks, but... And we've got to get Kimahri into Victor. Yeah, that's a good analogy, to be fair, LG. It is like Pokemon meets Super Mario meets, I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons, maybe? Takes me a while to get back into the swing of things, LG. I am pretty rusty today, to be fair, so... Yeah, have some patience with me, please. As long as Tidus is in front, we're good. But we should just be able to do double maps. It's the cheapest way of getting the overkill. And you never know, we may end up getting an ice proof out of all of this. We've tried countless times so far and we haven't got anywhere, but... But yeah, very rusty start, but we'll get there. The objective now is just to get to Seymour Flux pretty safely, and then we can save. We can put in the 6th save state then, which is Mount Gagazet before Flux. Right, so we are set for the climb up Gagazet, which is good. Because for all those that haven't joined one of the previous Mount Gagazet streams, Kimari can actually one-shot solo everything on Mount Gagazet, because everything is susceptible to petrify and everything comes in 3s. All battles comes in 3s and all enemies are susceptible to petrify, which means we can literally stone breath our way to Seymour Flux. Then we can do the strat. Well, then we can do a bit of testing, I think, and then we'll get on with the actual strat then. Right, the other thing we've got to actually prepare for are things here around here. So we need Riku in SOS and Daredevil, and she's equipped with the right stuff. You can be equipped with... I don't actually think it matters what Oren's equipped with, but we'll give him the 10%. Waterproof and lightning proof is good. We'll give you... I think we usually go with this. And then Yuna has... I can't remember what Yuna really has. I don't... We'll just give her something neutral, like... or is it the health? No, it's not the health, actually. And then... yeah, we'll probably give him that for now. Actually, we need to be able to use a +5. Does Yuna have a +5? Does it really matter? I don't think it does. Yeah, rusty start, but we'll get there. That's probably better, to be fair. Okay. Right, let's just get the nurse to heal up Oren. Perfect. And we'll get on Bocco, the stallion who mounts the world. What have you gone with, Bossind Raptor? I can't remember the starters from Black 2. Is that it's not Turtwig, is it? Or is it Empoleon, or is it that sort of... Yeah, I'm a bit rusty on my later generations of Pokemon starters, if I'm honest. The only RPG game I played are the Mario and Luigi series. Oh, nice. I think if you like that and you like Pokemon, I think you'll like Final Fantasy, to be fair. So, right, quick equipment check before we start things off. So we've got Initiative, we've got First Strike. Kimari's in SOS Overdrive. And is Invicta. We don't need that. That's why I like to check. We need Slayer. And he's in SOS Reflect. That's fine. You're in SOS Haste, which is good. Capturing and +10. Yeah. Yeah, we haven't been on Bocco for ages, LG. So it's his maiden voyage for this episode. Yeah, Bocco, the stallion who mounts the world. Right, we've got Tidus out front, and we should just be able to go straight through. I must admit, though, I do need to pick up the... I do believe I need to pick up some of the items that are closer to Seymour Flux. Let me see if this guy sells maps. And I'll just top them up. No, that's fine. Okay, we'll do the climb, we'll get saved, and then we'll do some testing on Flux. So, first one. Kimari. This should increase his overdrive to full. That is perfect. Great start. Great start. It's a literally free gill on Gagazet. As long as we have Tidus in the front line, by the way, because he can guarantee Kimari comes through then. So look at that. Triple Stone Breath. And that combination of SOS HP, SOS Overdrive, and Slayer is literally the perfect combo. Right, we've already got that chest. I think we've already got the 20k as well, which is behind us now. So, we don't want to attack. We want to Stone Breath. I think we're still waiting for an SOS Haste for Auron. And then we've got a complete set of SOS Armors for everyone, which is really good. I'm not going to do the cutscenes because they are very long and laborious. So, we're just going to make our way to the items that we need. I think it's the 2 that are near Seymour Flux's save point. So, if I remember correctly, unless we've already got them. But I'll do a check anyway, because one is a level 4 key sphere and the other one is a HP sphere. So, if we do need to go down the route of a Chaos Grenade in the immediate future, then we've got access to that via the HP sphere. Yeah, what's next for you then, LG? What's coming up on the channel? This is the best, probably arguably this or the Bashora encounter on Gagazet. See, no Frost Armlet, no Blaze Armlet. Fucking hell. 2 drops, both for Kimari. I mean, they're both bad, but my god. Fantastic. That's how we get SOS Reflect. Good to know, LG. Back, got some family visiting this week, so probably be back streaming next week. That's ace, man. What, you're going to be streaming the Masters mod, or you're going to be streaming... Because you've been doing the bosses offline, haven't you? Hopefully Masters mod penance are perfect, man. Looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't got enough time to be doing the Masters mod. So, I'm really enjoying your playthrough of it. And to be fair, I'm enjoying Dansko8's one, but... your one, obviously, I'm very invested in your one. Dansko8's one I just watch every now and again. Right, what I was going to look at, actually, the amount of Mega Phoenixes we've got, because although we have no access to Auto Phoenix in this challenge, what we could do is gain a shitload of gil through customising Auto Phoenix, because I don't think there's any other uses for Mega Phoenixes in this challenge other than customising Auto Phoenix for gil. Where did you go back to in terms of repeating boss fights? Did you go back very far, or kind of just to the Dark Aeons? This is a great encounter. Like, the drop rate is superb as well. I think we've got everything though now that we could possibly want. Another... At this rate, Kimari's going to have all 4 null shocks by the time we get to... all 4 null armors by the time we get to Seymour. Frost, Blaze, Shock. Fucking hell, that's a fantastic armour. Right, I'm just going to check if we've got... I think it's the defending bracer here. No, nothing there. That's fine. LG in the chat saying about his Masters mod. He's been repeating bosses, killed Dark Anima again, but still want to keep doing it until I beat her with max items remaining. Ah, that's fair, man. That's what you got to do. Just get yourself into the best possible position. Went back to Sin's Fin to get return spheres again. What happened last time then? Did you kind of like throw your return spheres away, or didn't use them correctly, or what was the score there? I'm loving these mechs and the drops. They've been fab so far. I'll probably ignore Kimahri completely, to be honest. Yeah, it's a shame that Kimahri went wrong. Is it you haven't got enough spheres to get him back onto a grid, or did you just like mess up the spheres or something for him? Or did you make the wrong decision with him or something? Because I remember you saying you got him to a point where he's now pretty much useless, isn't he? Oh, the return spheres, you mean? Could have used them better. Right, Kimahri absolutely soloing Gagazet here. Even this fight. Solos. Stone Breath busted. Busted. Thing is though, you're not to know about this, right? Look at us with look at this with the remedies, right? I wasn't to know that I needed auto med. Yeah, I could plan this out, but it's great to get to this position and have the tools available to us to be able to do things like this, like go back and restart and hack stuff in. Like, hindsight's a wonderful thing, so I'm glad you've gone back though, because I'm glad you're giving yourself the best possible attempt at penance with what the items that you probably should have. Like this for weeks, if I'm honest, I've torn myself apart about this decision to hack in the remedies. But it was a few comments and it was like, listen, this is an experimental live stream to see whether we can beat this challenge, and if there's a legitimate strategy to be done, I'm absolutely going to take that now. But I need to prove to myself that the strategy is repeatable and is possible and is repeatable. Right. Those two treasure chests we haven't got, which is good, so we can pick them up now, providing we click on Stone Breath. I have just hacked them in, but it would have felt hollow after all I went through. Yeah, I get you. I get you. The fact that I know you've gone through a lot with the Sin and Overdrive Sin and the Dark Aeons and stuff, but you haven't got that far to go back, really, have you? It's like, what is it, a dozen bosses? Oh, I'm really enjoying that playthrough, man. I know I don't catch the live streams, but I am really enjoying that game. And seeing you do it is just the icing on the cake, really, for me. It is something I'll probably end up doing at some point on the channel, or maybe offline. Because yeah, it is a game that I have been, I guess, invested in, or enjoying, should I say. Reminds me a lot like how I felt with 7 Rebirth. and 7 Remake didn't have the power, the technology, or the patience, or the time to be playing those. But watching playthroughs of them, loved it, absolutely loved it. Best game of the decade so far. Oh my god. I mean, it has outshone FF7 Rebirth, Remake. What else? Rebirth, Remake, FF16. It's outshone that, I think. Are we looking on Mega Potions? 30 Mega Potions? Bloody hell. What can we customise with those? Let's just have a quick look. Don't think anything special. No. I think it's more Aeon abilities. Right. Here is the big decision that I'm going to make, which is we're going to save at save state number 6. I feel like we've got everything we could possibly get at the moment that is worthwhile having before Flux. So we're going to put in the state. And then we're going to do some Flux attempts just to get back into the rhythm of that boss. Because after I click on this save sphere, I pretty much cannot make it back down without dying. Making it back down Gagazet. So it's a very risky maneuver, but... Or it would take a shed load of items. I think we can actually make it back down. Oh no, we can't because we haven't got Riku in SOS, so... It'd be pretty risky and we'd need a lot of luck. That means as well, we can't afford to get an encounter between here and the top. It has happened. So, let's put in the state. This makes me nervous, this bit. Right, we need... So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, I think. There's 4. There's 5. So let's, can we do 150? Probably, yeah. And then we'll also go over 143 as well. So we're locked in to Gagazet and Flux from here on out. There ain't really much we can do about going back down the mountain at this moment. So, what this means, I've got my pad that I had from before. I'm just going to set up like I had before because we're going to do a bit of testing now. Let me just check the chat, and we've got the chat poll going live about the audio as well because OBS updated and has caused me to have a bit of an audio reset. So any thoughts on the audio, you could tell me either game or mic. That'd be great in the chat, please. LG in the chat saying Claire Obscure 33, by far the best game of the decade. That is some claim, pal, but I agree. I think it's up there. It's far better than what we've got from the Final Fantasy series, and it's not a long game, which is good. It's outshone the FF remakes. FF16, closest for me would have to be Elden Ring, but even that, would you say E33 is better than Elden Ring, or What's that other one that everyone's going mad, or was going mad about? Didn't it win Game of the Year last year? The roleplay one. I can't remember its name. It's not Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a bit like that. Right, so what we've got is, I tell you what we'll do. We'll make our way up. Shit, this is not the situation I wanted to be in. Alright, so we're only testing here, right? So let's just... how are we going to play this if this actually happens during our attempt of Seymour? Oh, Baldur's Gate, that's the one. Right, B's getting an attack. I've got a feeling we're probably going to have to waste the Chocobo wing here. Hang on. Let me see if we can buy ourselves some turns. Oh, yeah. I've got an idea. Okay. I mean, the way out of this is to have Riku in SOS Slayer. I guess what we need is Kimari with SOS here. So, can Kimari get another turn? No, he can't. So, how do we do this? We need Kimari in. We need him with haste. See, she's in Daredevil, you see, so we can't even, like... Oh, this is not fun. Fucking hell, Lulu doesn't get a turn. Hang on, can we buy Lulu some turns here? No, we can't. So, I think we're going to have to play the Darkness Lottery. It might even be a Chaos Grenade that we need. So, if this does happen, we're probably going to have to waste a Chaos Grenade here. Yeah, I'm just testing it right now. Purple Sphere. And grenade. I think that was a Chaos Grenade. Is there anything else we can do? Maybe we can use Shooting Star on one. I don't want to use Kimahri's Overdrive here. And I don't mind using Auron's here, to be fair. So let's get rid of one of them. So that's fine. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, my friend. So that's a good miss. And now Riku's pretty safe, I believe. But just going to check the Birdman guide. For this isn't. Is this the mech? What mech is this? Mech Defender. Right. I mean, we can get Lulu out. That's fine. Mech Defender. Right, basic actions, attack A. So they're both physical. So Riku's safe, which is great. We need 1857, that's good. Right, we've got plenty of turns to get Riku's Overdrive back up, so and I don't want you in. We'll get the nurse. Oh, we don't want to escape with the nurse actually, because she's our only sensor user. We don't want to escape with Auron though, because I don't think Auron. I think Auron would survive if it was hit. Fucking useless this escape. This escape is. So let's just use some grenades just to take care of it. Theoretically, Riku should be good because she's in evade encounter. And according to the Birdman guide, it's only got one attack, which is physical. Got all them turns. Beautiful. So I think we've navigated, and this wasn't even a preemptive strike. I think we've navigated around this very well. Nicely done. Even got a shell armlet out of it. Bloody hell. So it means we're a chaos grenade down. I'm going to reset when we do the Seymour attempt. I'm going to reset from 143 because this is just testing. But for now, I'm going to keep that as a legit battle. So, and we do want Riku out of. I'm going to put her into Slayer, and the reason being is, I think theoretically we could use a Chocobo wing, gain a turn to swap in Lulu. Lulu puts Riku into SOS. Then Riku will be in SOS and is able to take them out with Sunburst or whatever. Right, let's just get to the autosave. So we're safe for now. Right, let's just plan again for Flux. So remember, this is testing. We're just testing. Do a couple of tests, probably half a dozen, maybe 10, something like that, just to get a feel for the battle again. Especially now we've hacked in the remedies for the auto med. But like I said at the start, we pretty much would have, in a regular playthrough, knowing what we know now, we would have access to the 20 remedies guaranteed. The 15 from the main game before the Calmlands, and potentially 2 steals from the Sandragora, and then 1 steal from the High Bridge, which through the strategies we've been using would be guaranteed. The other thing is though, as a compromise, I have, I guess, forfeited my Monster Arena steal. Just going to text the wife. Apologies. Just bear with me. Okay. Thanks for the patience. So, let's get set up for Flux. So, the first things first, we need Riku with first strike. And I think what we'll do is we'll add it to her existing Battle Freak. I think that's the right thing to do. And she just had SOS Reflect before. Okay. I remember with Defend, that was enough for her to tank one attack, which is great. Because then we can move her. We're doing Flux today. I think we may do LG. I'm just going to get back into the rhythm of the battle. And then I think we're going to do an official attempt. Lulu, we're good with those. Oren, you can have something. No, I think you're good with capturing. And then we need something really neutral for you. We'll just give you Death Ward for now. That's fine. Beastmaster, you're good. Right, you can't have this, so you're going to have this. I now need someone with initiative. You're going to have Silent Strike. You're going to have this. Now, I think we've got to customize Kimari. I think he needs enough HP to survive 2 Lance of Atrophies, which from what I understand is around 700 health. No, it'll be more than that. It's probably more 800. So I think we need auto med on here and maybe HP plus 20%. And I'm okay with that. I think that's a good armor for Kimari then. No one cares about Flux. Omnis is where it's at. Well, if we can get to Omnis today before midnight, then it's probably the greatest achievement in Final Fantasy. No, it's probably possible. To be fair, though, the preparation to get through Spectral Keeper is going to probably take 2-3 streams, LG. I've got some crazy shit going on there. Got some crazy strats. So we've got to customize Kimari, that's fine. SOS. Right, and here's where we bring in the boys with the zombie ward. That's alright for Yunalesca, that is, potentially. Yuna was +5 magic and stone proof. You need auto med and HP plus 20. You're good with that. You don't care. You don't care. Well, Specky's the one, right? If we can get past Spectral Keeper, the challenge is 100% legitimately possible. If we can't... I've done it, though. I've done it in test under weird circumstances. Yeah, I've beaten Spectral Keeper once after, you know, I didn't have the kind of the setup I had here, but Spectral Keeper I did once, hacking in a bunch of shit and testing stuff. Let's see. We'll see. It's the only boss that I'm very uncertain about. Every other boss in this game, I have up here a strategy. In fact, there was two. There was Altana and there was Spectral Keeper. And we got through Altana without a death. So, I think we did pretty well there. Okay, let's do some more customizing. So we need to customize one of Kimari's Tetra armlets. In fact, just for my OCD, I'm going to equip him with that one. I don't actually mind using the plus 20% HP. Why is the game gone a bit weird? Feels like it's going to crash. I might need to reset. Yeah, did this the other day. Okay, let's just do a quick reboot. Let's come back now. Interesting. Don't know whether that was the live stream or what. So, customize. Not auto haste. There we go. There's where the 20 remedies are going to go. Auto med. And we're going to use the 5 elixirs. So he should be able to tank 2 Lance of Atrophies now. Right, everyone's got an overdrive, I think. We're just going to check that, and we're also going to check it's better to have her in Daredevil. Her in Victor's good. Probably Victor across the board, to be fair. Aurum without an overdrive, not really bothered about. Let's just put in another autosave, because remember, we're doing some testing. So this, I believe, is the best setup we're going to have for this fight. So, test number 1. Let's put the cutscene remover on. Okay, so Flux test 1 for this episode. This is the first one though with the auto med on Kimari. Has everyone got full health? Yeah, okay, let's go for it. Right, the reason we have Riku and these two in the front line is so they can get a turn. Now, from what I remember last time, this is where we defend with Riku. He swaps out to Waka, and Waka gets a swap in. Then he comes in. And Mighty Guards. Now the only way we die... That's fine. Was that the turn? Was that turn order? Yeah, Lance... See, Morty came before Seymour there, whereas now Seymour comes before Morty. So we actually had... I mean, Riku wouldn't have died there because she's under SOS Reflect, which is the whole entire strategy around her using SOS Reflect. So she wouldn't die, so that really didn't matter, so that's fine. Now I think we can go on the offensive. But here's where I think we need to bring in... this is another part. This is another contentious piece because Riku cannot survive. I think she needs a +5 here. I think she needs a +5. Or we need to give her the +20, maybe, and then give Kimari. So if she had +5 health here, 360 minus 1464 is 196. So 360 times 5%. No, it wouldn't be enough. Minus 196 is 182, no, so that's not going to cut it. You see, this is why we test. I thought we had the auto med, but we don't. I thought we had it with this auto med strat, but the trouble is here. What's that next turn? To me, that's a Lance of Atrophy turn. And Riku cannot survive that. Because we can't bring in Tidus because he's doubling up on equipment abilities with Waka. Nurse doesn't have anything. Is this the fly in our ointment here? So Waka can survive. That's, well, Waka can survive in terms of HP. Whether he survives Lance and... yeah, whether he survives Lance here. Alright, let's defend. No. No. We need... there's a threshold here. Hang on. How can we get Riku into SOS and have a survive? 2 attacks. Yeah, I think Riku getting hit is not the best outcome. It just depends what this turn is. I think it's Lance though this turn. Unless I've got an idea. I've got an idea. And I think we may need to just hack something in. Which is actually... we need Tidus to have SOS Reflect. think we need to hack that in. Because Riku can only survive one attack, I believe. We'll juggle these about right, but I think, like, if Tidus had SOS Reflect here, he would survive. So let's just defend with him. And Waka, I think, can survive. Oh, it's full life? That did not make fucking sense to me. So she should be able to survive. Right, this is Lance now. So that makes more sense. I think we've lost the turn here. You haven't got Protect, my man. So basically, I think we're probably going to need to hack in SOS Reflect for Tidus. So you're just defending. Yeah. No, maybe maybe I don't think we need to actually. Right, that's fine. The next one is Dispel. So we should do that. Yeah, the next attack should be Dispel. Oh. Do we have an opportunity then to swap Tidus out? Yes, we did. Right, so I need to remember that. So this one is Dispel. So we use the 5th Shining Gem. I think we can do this without even seeing Dispel. This isn't the attempt, by the way, folks. This is just testing. So Tidus is going to go there. Don't think it matters for Kimahri. Now we do the big move. What's the big move? Sunburst. Yeah, now we do the big move. To be fair, what we could potentially do is, I've just had a thought. If we have Riku in Victor, she can guarantee herself 40%, is it? From this fight. And if all goes to plan, we should have a spare turn with Kimahri to swap into Lulu and to put Riku into SOS if we don't get Riku into SOS. Yeah, this is GG now. So double 3 stars, that gives us 20,000 damage, and that puts it within Bahamut, what's her name range. So there's the Reflect. There's auto attack mode. We didn't even get the Dispel. But now we must use Grand Summon here. And the reason being is because Seymour Flux isn't under Dispel. I'm just going to go max here because I don't want it to go to the next screen. But I'm going to get the overkill. So that's fine. Right. I think we just need a normal set of turns with Flux. Just bear with me. I'm just going to put the light on. So, I think we just need, sorry about the noise. I think we just need a normal set of turns. Right, I'm back with you. So we've got the GG, but I don't think we've covered all the permutations. And that's why we're still doing a bit of testing. So we should have the setup here. I've got a feeling we don't need the double SOS Reflect, actually, because we only actually see one combination back-to-back of Lance of Atrophy and Full Life. I think we only see one. And having Riku in defend with SOS Reflect allows her to tank the first one, but then if we need to tank it with Riku, we can bring in Tidus to tank the second, because Tidus in defend, no matter what he's got, which makes me believe, do we even need Tidus in zombie? I don't think we do. I think it's probably best. Do we have any spare health? Yeah, let's give him the +5 if we can. Right, we'll give him that. The good old metal shield from way back when. Okay. Right, I think we're onto something here. I mean, the auto med, what the auto med allows us to do is to guarantee Kimahri survives this fight, which is an absolute necessity. From what I understand, without Kimahri, we will not be able to beat Spectral Keeper. From what I understand. So yeah, that's why the auto med is so important to get. Now, just double checking our equipment is good. Sleep ward, so that's fine. That's fine. Right, we've got the auto saving as well. Let's go for Flux attempt number 2. Flux test number 2. We'll just put the cutscene remover back on. Great to see so many of you following in the chat. Hope everyone's well. Right, Flux testing, let's continue. So let's get the ×2 on. Hopefully the cutscene remover kicks in beautifully. Right, the thief can start things off with a good old Chocobo wing. Now she's in defend. Now we put Whacker on the field. Whacker's back on the field. I believe Whacker can just swap weapons. Alright, now we bring in Kimahri. See, that's the only bad outcome. I just... If we lose Whacker, we lose Whacker, right? We did that. That's what happened in the previous one. But this is the lowest possible percentage that this is going to happen. I don't think there's any other ability in the game up until this point that we can have access to that prevents Whacker from dying. Like, if there's a way for me to get zombie proof, like guaranteed, I will take it. I will do it. I will grind for 1,000 hours. But I don't think there is. Now, can we survive? Like, if this was to happen in a few attempts' time, when we do a legit attempt again, can we go on to win? And I think the answer is yes, but Do we have enough turns? So there we go. There's the auto med kicking in. I'm just going to see if this helps. So, full life is a free turn. That's fine. What I'm thinking of is bringing in Lulu. Oh, she's got the fucking Mighty Guard. What a waste of a turn. This is going to be Lance as well, so yeah, this is a total write-off, this one. Right. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about Whacker, I believe. And I've racked my brain. I've gone on every bloody equipment item website for FFX. I've looked at the Final Fantasy Strategy Guide. I've looked at the P. Birdman Guide to death. There is nothing available to me before Flux that allows me to get zombie proof, which is a shame because it means we may actually, on a legitimate run, lose a character. But Whacker is the sacrificial lamb. Is the sacrificial lamb I'm willing to let go of if need be. It's just that initial 33%. But yeah, if anyone's got any bright ideas in the chat about how to get zombie proof or another way of avoiding that initial Lance of Atrophy. What about summoning an Aeon? No, because we get banished. That's a thought. Okay. Test battle number 3. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about Whacker, I don't think. Big rip, LG. I must admit, if we lose Whacker, legitimately we lose Whacker, that's perfectly fine. I think this is the best we're going to get, though. Right, but it comes down to a 33%, like the battle, completely winnable. But losing a character comes down to 33% chance. It's probably the same odds as defeating Altana. And Whacker at this point, I don't think offers me anything. So, Poison Touch, we'll bring in Kimari for the Mighty Guard. Perfect. Oh, Kimari had a lot. You see, how much damage did that do then? I'm just playing back. $331. I think he's got too much health. It doesn't need all that health. Do we need to waste the plus 20? 331 times 2 is 662. I think he can probably do 350. Oh no, because although Kimari's got more defense, I don't think we need to waste the plus 20 on him. I think we can keep that plus 20. We can give him the plus 5. I reckon we try that. Yeah, I reckon we try giving him the plus 5. And we see how we get on. So let's continue with this one, but I think this one is done. I think we've beaten him here. This should be Lance coming up. What's his armor? Oh, it's the plus. HP isn't. HP is only the issue, LG, for Kimari to survive back to back. That's the only issue we've got with Kimari. With HP, sorry. Whacker can. So Lance, that's fine. This one should be now GG. So full life is the proper turn. Let's just double check. Oh no, Yuna's not the sensor. Tidus is the sensor. 52, right. Yep, so this is Dispel. That's fine. See if everyone survives. Hang on. 20, 24, and then 21. Right, so we've guaranteed it again. So that's fine. Would an early Sunburst nuke him go Sunburst nuke make him go into Dispel phase and possibly skip a Lance turn? It's the initial Lance. If I can do, how on earth can I do 35,000 damage? In fact, I need to do more than that. I mean, it's a good question, LG. Can we put him into auto attack mode in the first turn? And I don't think the answer is yes. The answer isn't. Let me just have a look, quick. Right, I need to do 35,000 damage. Can I do that in turn 1? Without trio, I don't think I can. Because if I bring in... What happens if I bring in... You know what we should do? I'm going to try something. I'm going to try... a Chaos Grenade, then bring in Bahamut early, but actually, I think... yeah, Seymour Flux is guaranteed to use Banish, I think, versus Aeons. I think. Because what I was thinking of is using a Chaos Grenade to get him into Reflect. Right, now we've had Dispel. Here's a thought. Now we've had Dispel. Yeah, Reflect, whatever. Because the idea, we need Riku in SOS. That's fine. Bring in the nurse. And if I use Tidus here, 21,000's fine. Bahamut can guarantee we do 22,000, I believe. I think the lowest I've seen him is like, yeah, 22,1. So this is guaranteed. And if not, it just means we don't get the overkill. There you go. Right. So I've just thought the other optimization we need to do is to put Riku into Victor overdrive mode, because I think that's the most amount of overdrive she's going to get off this. Unless... Right, things I want to try are Kimari with that reduced HP. So I'm just going to go into far plane and just do a bit of swapping about. There we go. So I'm going to give him the 5 instead. And we need, what was it, Riku into Victor. I mean, I think there's so many different ways we can kind of do this. Just means we can't have Tidus in that. We've just got to give him something. That was probably the best thing we can give him. Let's try this, and overdrive mode for you is going to be Victor, so that's fine. What would fuck us over, to be fair, is if we got an encounter on that hill. So yeah, early Sunburst and then into Bahamut is not a bad... No, there's always one. Both audio bad, of course. Well, if both audio's bad, please someone let me know. But the other 4 out of 5 are saying audio's good, so... Would an early Sunburst nuke make him go into Dispel phase and possibly skip a Lance turn? If he goes into auto attack mode, we skip the Lance phase entirely. The trouble is we're going to have to sacrifice an Aeon for him to do that. That wouldn't be a bad shout, to be fair. So 6,000, add 7 3, let's just say 7,250, add 4,000 for Morty, that's 17. I'm thinking a Chaos Grenade plus 10,000 overdrive plus 3,000 Mortys, 30,000. How many turns does Riku get at the start? She gets 2. But if we did a Sunburst, which is 9998, add 4, 23. So we could sacrifice another Aeon. We could sacrifice Ifrit, for instance. That guarantees all of the characters then. But then, do we get fucked over by auto attack mode and reflect phase? That's a question. So 19998, add 4, add 10,000 for an Aeon overdrive, add 3, that's 37,000. So he's in auto attack mode. You know what, let's try it. Why not? Let's give it a go. Just to have a little, just to have a gander. It may have to be Bahamut, but we can try something else, LG, I think. Ah, fuck's sake. I'm not watching this. It's like one of the longest cutscenes in the entire bloody game. I may need to update the what's the name as well. The yeah, I may need to update the cutscene remover, because I had it on then and it still didn't work. So do we chance losing Whacker, or do we sacrifice an Aeon? I think we're onto something with this Aeon thing, by the way. That's the thing. Whacker or sacrifice an Aeon. Now I'm not going to sacrifice Veilfor. I'm not going to sacrifice Bahamut. And I'm not going to sacrifice Shiva. So it's probably a toss-up between Ixion and Ifrit. And there's probably more fire encounters than there are... Is there anything to do with fire or lightning in the bosses to come? Spectral no. Unalesca no. Finns no. There's the Elementals versus the Core. There's Omnis, so we go with Ixion. Let's try this. Yeah, let's do this kind of backwards. So we'll start off the same way. Protect. Right, can Kimari do anything? Bad breath. Let's have a go. And now we... Right, 46. So, Grand Summon Jockey. He can't buy himself a turn or anything, can he? No. Right. Let's Thor's Hammer, because this is going to do, what, 13,000. But he's going to banish. Okay. That's fine. So we've lost the Horsey. But there's no... What's her name? Because we've put the bad breath on him, which I don't think's a guarantee, by the way. Is it 33? So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 30. Oh, he's still 6 shining gems away. Is that enough? If we can have her in SOS. Oh no, she is in haste actually. That's a thought. So there's one. That's something actually I need to try actually, LG. Can I sneak in a Shining Gem before Sunburst? I don't think I can. Because I use a first turn essentially for Chocobo Wing. Right, let's just bring in Wax. So you're in haste, that's fine, ready to annihilate. So is it the next turn now? Or is it Seymour waits? Providing Riku gets another turn here, we've done it. Yeah, let's just get some damage in. Right, I think we're 3,000 shy. I think this is cross cleave or total annihilation. Yeah. Okay, we were 3,000 damage shy there. So, is it worth going that route and sacrificing an Aeon to guarantee ourselves Whacker? If I'm honest, I think I'd rather have Ixion than Whacker. I think I would. So, is the new strat better than the old strat? Well, no, because we can't even defeat him. And like I said, I think I'd rather keep Ixion over Whacker. Sorry about that with the mic. Can you sneak in some shining gems before the sunburst? Let me try that. The thing is, right, what is Whacker actually providing us now? I don't think he's providing us anything. So, is it just worth we just go with the original strat and we just keep an Aeon? Like, the only thing he's doing right now is he forms part of the first 3 and he gives us access to stone. But everyone else, basically everyone else can do what Whacker can do. Because there's no attack reels in this challenge. Yeah, there is no way that Kimari is dying to 2 Lance of Atrophies with that setup. No way. 740. I mean, it did 331, unless that was an incredibly low roll Lance of Atrophy did to Kimari before. 331 times 2 is 662. It's got to do, what, another... I suppose it's only got to do another 19 damage. And that's where the +5... comes in. I suppose you've got to do another 26. Yeah, it's tough to know. I reckon this will be fine. What do we want to try? We just want to try that Aeon strat just once more, I think. Just to see if we can get in another... a shining gem before we do an early sunburst. So let's just have a quick go. If we can't, we'll just do the regular strat. So let's Chocobo Wing. And if we use... No, we don't get it in. So we just do the regular strat here. So Riku into defense mode. The Captain comes in. And then Kimari comes in. I'm really hoping that Lance targets Kimari so I can check the damage. You see, that's the other outcome. That zombie ward actually kicks in. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, the agility just isn't enough. This is going to be a Lance turn. So that means Riku needs to be, what, in defense again? I believe so, just to be on the safe side. This is where we bring in Tidus, and Tidus defends. Yeah, that's fine. But this is where we could either bring in Una or the Captain. Because we don't want Tidus to succumb to full life there. So that's the second full life that we're going to see. Tidus comes in now. And we're good. Because this next move, I believe, is... I can't remember what this next move is. Is it Dispel? Is this the Dispel turn? They're all starting to blur into one, if I'm quite honest. It's good if it is the Dispel turn, because it means we guarantee Riku into SOS. Yeah, that's good. So we can use Kimahri into Lulu, and then Lulu can put Riku into SOS. That's for the up-and-coming Mount Gagazet section. Oh, I've just... Oh no, because we need Bahamut to do the victory. Right, this is where Riku does her thing. Yeah, we got this. This is another GG. So... Sunburst puts it in Bahamut range. And then, yes, 17k. I mean, easy work for Bahamut, that is. Just to kind of... Just to, I guess, showcase the victory. We'll get the Mega Flare in. That epic shot from the rules video. So... It's not even a 33% then, it's a 16.5% chance that Waka will survive. And it's probably even lower than that, because there are those times where we've got Morty doing the first full life technically on the CTB before Seymour. So you're probably looking at about a 12% chance for Waka to die. I reckon we go with this. I just want one test where Kimahri gets hit by Lance of Atrophy, just to gauge potentially what the damage looks like. I think the rest were good. So, is she in Victor? That's good. So, theoretically, she would have ended up being in at 40%. But with no... 40% overdrive. But she would be in SOS. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's put the, let's just reset the cutscene remover. Hope the audio is coming in clutch, folks. We've had someone in the chat poll saying both audio and game audio, sorry, both mic and game audio are bad. So if anyone is experiencing that, please do let me know. Yeah, agree, LG. I think the first strat is probably looking a lot better because... You're right, Riku, although her agility is great, it's not good. It's not good enough, should I say. Right, what we're doing, I just want to see how much damage Kimahri takes. I mean, what a setup going into Seymour Flux this is. Has anyone else got plus 10%? What that also means is we actually... I know we've got 2 elixirs there, but if Kimahri can survive 2 Lance of Atrophies, it means we don't waste that crucial plus 20% HP. And it means at some point in this game, we could have an armor with plus 50% HP. So Auron could potentially be at some point on, what, over 2,000 HP, plus stamina tonic in battle. We could get Auron up to 4,000 HP. That's good going. Yeah, that's good going. Right, we're testing out Kimahri's damage. I just hope he gets hit. I mean, we'll go until he does get lanced. So, usual strat to start things off with, which is Chocobo Wing. Into defense mode, into the captain. And then we bring in Kimahri. I like that Mighty Guards at the bottom. Right, come on Kimahri, get hit. No, so that's the worst outcome. Let's carry on. Can Riku survive without defending here? Dunno. So let's just defend. 364. That's risky, that is. That is risky. Because the whole thing is, if he gets a high roll first time around and another high roll second time around, Kimahri's fucked. So this is going to be full life. Yep, so that's good. We get the protect phase. What it means is, yes, we guarantee the fight, but Riku does not end up on SOS. So that was Dispel. Next is Cross Cleave, isn't it? Yeah. In this situation, I wonder if there's a way we can get Riku into SOS here whilst kind of buying ourselves some turns. I'm just going to try something here in case this event does come up. And I'm actually going to use, at this point, I'm actually going to use a Chaos Grenade. Should have HP Sphere, there we go. Because that puts it in silence and poison. Although Riku doesn't get any turn. I think that's the wrong time, isn't it, to use a Chaos Grenade there. Riku doesn't get a turn for what, 3? Oh my god. And Lulu is just what? Oh, I suppose 2. Right, that's fine. So ready to annihilate. Seymour waits is the next one. Oh, I think we've done it here. 26. Seymour waits. Oh no, total annihilation. Got you. Okay. Okay. So we couldn't have done it then because it was on 26 and... Oh, it might have done if we got a favourable roll. So, oh no, because we would already have had the 4,000. Yeah. So we just need to do the regular old way and then suffer in Mount Gagazet with Riku. So if Waka does die, chances are we're not getting Riku into SOS unless she gets attacked. It's all ifs, buts and maybes, and there's loads of them. Too many permutations for one battle, but... Okay, I'm still not convinced about Kimahri's health, so we're going to go for another attempt just to kind of judge whether that was a high roll or a low roll with Lance of Atrophy. Excuse me. If it seems like it was a bit of a high roll, maybe we stick with the +5. But if we get into a situation where Kimahri ends up in SOS HP, that's bad news. Although... there may be an opportunity for us to use... No, we can't use Yuna. Yuna's very... because Yuna would need defend. I was going to say we could bring Yuna in, or we could use an Al Bhed potion with Riku. I think there's a spare turn somewhere. Oh, is my cutscene remover playing up? See, there's all these different things that we've got to consider. But I just want to check if the Kimahri HP is enough. It seems like it's literally smack bang on the border. And Kimahri's that slow, even... I think even with a haste from Riku, we're not going to get him to have a turn before the second Lance of Atrophy. So let's see if we can get Kimahri to... yeah, if we can judge that damage here. Defense mode, we bring in the wax. I think it's sack the whack though. And then 740. Have we got the +20 on still? That should be 708. 644 times 15%. Oh no. So he needs to do 370 on average. Okay. I thought he had 708. Oh, that's with the +10. My bad. Fantastic outcome. Right, Riku can go on the offensive. So if we did use this turn right here for a Chocobo wing, see, we can't actually get Kimahri to any higher than... yeah, we can't get him into the next round. Like, into this round, should I say. So we might as well... Here's a thought. Can Riku survive a lance without defend? I don't think she can. He can't, so we bring in Tidus for the defense mode. 361. That sounds a bit middle of the road. Like, after this, we haven't got much use for Tidus either, because Riku's going to have first strike. Right, this should be the full life phase. After protect. Yep. That's good. I think we keep Kimahri in just in that +5. I think it's worth it. Because this is like ultimately the best outcome. LG, great to see you, brother. Thanks for checking in, my man. Thanks for earlier as well. Appreciate the love and support as always. For all those watching live and watching on the VOD, feel free to check Luke Goblin out, one of the best Final Fantasy creators out there. and he's also currently doing Expedition 33 playthrough, long play, let's play, all the above. So check him out, follow, subscribe. He's done some great content in the past, and he's got some great content to come in the future. Appreciate it, man. Take it easy, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening. Catch you on the next one, bro. Right, this is the Dispel phase, which is perfect now. We're actually going to capitalise on the Dispel phase, because what we need is... Tidus can just slot right in there, but we're actually going to take Lulu and put Riku in SOS. It's good to practice this, by the way, because with her overdrive weapon, SOS overdrive weapon, we now actually get, I think it's 40, but actually we might get 80, and I'll tell you why, because we're killing Seymour and we're killing Morty. Oh no, we're not killing it. I've just thought. That's a thought. Can Riku... No, Riku can't do all this on her own, surely not. So yeah, we just do the standard play. Yeah, you got reflect, mate. Not bothered. Yeah, then Bahamut comes in. Right. I am happy with this strat, so... And I'm happy with Kimari having plus 15% HP and not having to use the plus 20. What I'm considering doing then is an official Seymour Flux attempt. I don't need the autosave, I need the actual save from 143. Great to see so many of you following the chat. Hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate all the love and support as always. And if you're a fan of the challenge and you want to check out the rule video that dropped live today, yeah, the Nuzlocke explainer video. So if you do check that out, make sure you like it and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay, right, we are back at the save point. So we've done no customization yet. Let me just change the overlay because I've got a new overlay already prepared. There we go. I'll lock that back in. So, save state 6, which is Flux on Mount Gagazet. We've got to get there first. We've got to get to that little section. And we proved in that previous kind of testing phase that we may actually get an encounter, which does kind of mess us up a little bit. So, what I think we need to do is probably put Riku in Slayer here. Just going to resave. And then resave on 150 as well, because I think the optimization there was to put Riku into SOS. Probably because she can take everything out in the opening turn. But if we can somehow get her into SOS, we retain her full overdrive then. Right. I think we're good. Just praying we don't get an encounter. Knew it would happen. 18, 2037. Right, this is an easy encounter, but we need to be able to survive and get Riku a turn as well. So I think we've got to waste a Chocobo wing here. And the reason being is... does Riku get another turn? Yes, she does. That is... oh, that is just perfect. So, Nurse can swap out for Lulu. Lulu can target Riku. Waka, you're good. Right, we just need an overdrive now. That's going to take everything out. And I think I'm not going to waste either my MP sphere or my HP sphere. Or any what's her name ones. Any 3 stars. I think it's a case of... I'm just going to check the Riku mix list. I think we can do a Calamity Bomb, and that does... no. Cluster. I think Cluster's a level 2 and a level 1 Key Sphere. Yeah, that should do about 5k damage. So let me just double check this. Where's my sensor? Oh, we've got it on Una. 18, 2k, 37. So that's the problem child, that one. And that's why we need to use a cluster. And we got an abundance of keys. Hopefully this should work. Perfect. Right. What that means is we need to heal Riku once we get past that little section there. So right, let's start planning for our official Flux attempt here, folks. So we need Tidus, Riku, Una. We need to put first strike on Riku's weapon. And then we must take it off Tidus, so we're going to put it on this. If we're going to do that right, I'm thinking we might as well do... oh no, because we don't need it until after Gagazet. But, yeah. I'm just thinking, is there an earlier opportunity for us to put first strike onto Riku's weapon? And there probably is, to stop having us to flick in and out of, swapping in and out of Tidus. And I think it's probably best to use it after the brothers fight before we do the capturing, just to quicken things up, I imagine. No. So we need to give her SOS Reflect. He needs anything. Is there anything else? Right, well, you can't have them, so that's probably the best thing. Una, we're going to stick with that, but we can't. And we'll give her that. We'll give Tidus the Brotherhood. And for now, I'm going to swap that about. Waka. For the sake of it, I'm actually not going to give him anything too crazy. Let's give him that counter attack. And he needs zombie ward. That's fine. You, my man, you need your big Tetra armor, and we'll do some customization. And you also need Silent Strike. You just need something neutral, and you are good. So, you're good, Tidus, or Surfer, shall I say. You're good, Yuna. You're good, Whacker. Customizing for Kamari. Auron's good, and Lulu's good. So, let's customize for Kimari. And we've got the auto med, and then I think we're still going to stick with the +5. Let's make sure everyone is healed. Right, I'm just praying that Whacker doesn't get hit here. Okay, so we're going to go for an official attempt now with Flux. Another quick look at the equipment. So you're good, you're healed. We need overdrive modes now. So we need you in Victor. In fact, let's just put everyone in Victor, just to be on the safe side. Victor, 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 victory. Okay, so Riku, you are good with your customizations. You're in Victor, you're on full HP. Brotherhood and defense +5, that's probably the best we're going to get. Yeah, can't have this now because Kamari. Can't have this, so we're going to have to go with that +5 defense. Yuna, you're only going to see action at the end, my love. Counter attack, that's probably the optimization. And the better optimization than Poison Touch. And Zombie Ward. Kimari, you're set up. Auron is set up. Lulu, not bothered. So, Seymour Flux, attempt number 26. This is Seymour Flux official attempt, folks. Cutscene remover on. Let's put the auto save in just in case. Let's go. Oh, it didn't work. Fucking cutscene remover. Bag of shit. What an anticlimax that was. Thank God we put that autosave in, to be fair. Right, just checking. We've still got 7 elixirs, which is fantastic. No more remedies, though. Not bothered. Happy to sacrifice them. Last equipment check. Everyone is unique. Obviously, apart from piercing, but that's fine. Yeah, we're good. Right. Seymour Flux official attempt. Hopefully the cutscene remover works now. And we've got the ×2 on. Come on. Just... no sack the whack. Come on. Come on, Whacker. Survive, my man. Right. Chocobo Wing. Start things off. Defend with Riku. Swap to Whacker. Swap weapons with Whacker. Counter attack. Nurse has learnt Alloy. That's good. Bodyguard comes in. Ronso Rage. Mighty Guard. Come on. Moment of truth. Yes. 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 Right. Riku. Shining Gem. That was a Morty. Morty had a turn before Seymour Flux. How amazing. How amazing is that? Right. Yeah, we can't get a turn in here, so we need Tidus in. Tidus can defend. Whacker can just... oh, I don't think we're out the woods yet, actually. Hang on. I think we've lost the turn here, by the way. I don't think this is the optimal. Yep, perfect. So this is Lance. With no full life. Actually, that's... yeah. Shining Gem. Right, this is Lance, so we can just... let's just defend with Whacker, just to be on the safe side. This is Lance. Can we get another turn in with Riku? No, we can't. So we ring in Tidus. Tidus just defends. Perfect. Absolutely wonderful that was. This should take him into protect round. Yep. And full life. What an outcome. This is probably full life. Perfect. And Riku's in SOS. Can't have asked for much more. Right. Shining Gem, that's going to take it down to 39. We'll just keep swapping with these. This next one should be the Dispel round. Unless I've really fucked up here. Yeah. So we should be able to get this with double 3 stars. Come on. That's 24. Reflect. Auto attack mode. We're going to get Kimari into 40% overdrive with Victor here. Nurse comes in. Hang on, let me just double check with Tidus. Yep, 16. Nurse comes in. Left, Grand Summon. Hitman. Is it going to work? Are we going to do it? Mega Flare. Yes! Seymour Flux done. Hardcore Nuzlocke style. Let's go. Let's go. And we got the double level 4 as well. And we got Riku into SOS. Oh, she doesn't get the victory. That's fine. I'm alright with that. So, the question is, can we survive Mount Gagazet Part 2? Right, where do we go? Do we go forward or do we go back? That was fantastically done. The power of the chat helps immensely. So if we give him that, we can have her now in the +8. You can have... Oh, Dark Strike 3 free slots. That's nice. Seymour Flux does have really bad equipment, to be fair, in terms of drops. Yeah, we'll keep you in counter attack. Really does not matter what we have Whacker in. I think for the sake of it, we'll just give him some. We'll just leave him with that, to be fair. Kimari, I'm unsure what to put Kimari in here, to be fair. He's probably only one attack away from being in SOS. Yeah, he's only 8 HP away from being in SOS, so it might be worth him being in something like SOS Reflect. My man can be, I think we need to give him like loads of health here. Or as much health as we can. Lulu will just keep as is. You, my darling, you can go back into SOS Haste. I think we just need to make it to the save sphere and think about what we're going to do. I'm very apprehensive about Mount Gagazet. Not Mount Gagazet. Mount Gagazet Part 2. It's a bit shit that we didn't get Victor Overdrive mode because we used an Aeon Overdrive. That's a bit bad. Might as well have just kept Riku in SOS in Daredevil. Do we chance it with Loner here? Because there is a chance we might be able to put the others into SOS, into haste, escape them, and then use Riku to or maybe in Dancer. That's one. Or is Daredevil the best way to go? Because it's probably going to take about 10 turns, and will she get 10 turns? I very much doubt it. But if she's on her own in a battle, will she get 10 turns then? Or do we go back to Gagazet this way, like back towards the save sphere, and put her in Loner there? Because Loner versus the mechs, that was useful. I'm just gonna check the enemy encounters here, so just bear with me, please. Mount Gagazet FFX, here we go. I just want to check the enemy, because it tells you what the enemy pairings are. So Mountain Trail, Bandersnatch, Nidhogg, Mech Leader. So we can use a hazardous shell. Let me just check the AI actually for Mech Leader. That was a great Flux. Absolutely amazing Flux. Couldn't have gone better. Right, this does have... Yeah, it does have 2 attacks. Electrocute, which is the thunder attack, but Riku has... No shock, that's fine. I think we need to give her SOS Null Blaze as well on the same armour. So I'm just going to do that now. Because we could get the double bomb and... What's it called? Double bomb plus the thunder one. It's going to be on her. No, it's the Serum Targe. That's the one. Right. Oh, we've still got SOS. Oh, we've still got Auto Haste. Right, so she's got that protection for that battle, if we need to. Bandersnatch, Mech Leader, Nidhogg. We can sort that one out as well. We can survive that one. Mech Defender, Mech Leader. We can survive that one. Dark Flame we don't need to worry about. Oh no, here we go. Mountain Trail, yeah. Grenade and Imp. We can survive that one providing everyone escapes. Grat and Grenade, we can survive that one providing everyone escapes. Bashura, that's the AI that I'm most worried about, to be fair, because it's got the attack that I believe gets through evade encounter. When Bashura uses Psych Up, his strength and defense stats are altered. The strength is increased by 2. Defense, some weird formula. Maybe it doesn't. I do recall, though, it going through evade encounter. And we haven't got another save state now until, I believe, the save sphere after the Zanakan Dome. So I'm actually thinking it's going to be less risky for us to go backwards to Mount Gagazet to get Riku's overdrive here rather than going forward, because if we go forward we've got to face potentially Dark Flan, Mandragora, Behemoth, and I don't think there's any way we can get through them, whereas there's a chance we can get through the rest. So yeah, I think we go with SOS Haste, we go with this, we've got Auron in the back as well, but what overdrive mode, that's the question. What does Dancer go up by, because it... I think it's 10%. See, the Grat is physical. Everything's either physical or elemental. So Riku can survive here. So, let's go with Daredevil. I think that's probably the safest. Everyone else, I think, is probably going to be best with Victor. Although Kimari, I suppose we could waste some items to get what's her name, an overdrive here actually as well. Kimari. Right, let's do these. Let's do this equipment again. So I think we probably need Sleep Strike around here more than anything. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good with initiative. You're good with +8. Sleep Strike. Yeah. SOS Reflect. That's fine. If only Kimari just had. Well, I suppose we could. He could hit himself, or we could get someone to... Riku could hit him, I suppose, if we needed to. Right, I think it's best to go back. So, we're just going to grab the Saturn Crest while we're here. Why not? But actually, I think it's safer to go back to get our overdrives up. What a great Flux, though, folks. That was amazing. Honestly, that could not have gone any better. So, moment of truth. Riku's got a shitload of turns. Now, do we use what's her name on Shooting Star on the Bashura? I am going to risk it and say no. Come on, Yuna, get the fuck out of there. Jesus Christ, woman. Theoretically, we should be able to survive everything here. And get an overdrive. And probably, maybe even escape. I'm not really bothered. Yep. Let's try and escape. Excellent. So we've got an overdrive. So what can we do with this overdrive now? So we can get, I think, others into overdrive by using items here, which I think is probably the best thing to do. We probably need Kimari in SOS. And with a full overdrive, we need Nurse with a full overdrive. So let's put them in front. And no, we don't want to go that way. What do we want Riku in now? We want Riku in Slayer, because the only thing she can't really get rid of easily is going to be, let me just double check these encounters. What does Mech Defender have? Oh, 8-7? Fucking hell. How did we get round that last time then? Oh, we didn't. We didn't face it. So Grenade and Imp. Let's just check their 7,500. Okay. So it's probably going to have to be double, double what's her name? Double 3 stars, which is fine. We've got plenty of them. So 17, so we can take that out with double 3 stars as well. So we're probably going to have to use some double 3 stars here. So we do Slayer, and we've got the double overdrive. We don't need to give him anything. We just need to maybe give Yuna, just get Yuna to attack him once. Right, I think we're in a decent space here, to be fair. And this is new ground, folks. Everyone else is good. Okay, let's just pray for the best encounter here, which I believe is not this. Right, this should work. Just double 3 stars. And this, I'm just going to actually check the mix list to see if there's anything we can use instead of 2 3 stars, in case there's something else we can use. No. Bless Jim. Okay. So double 3 stars. This should give us perfect. Yeah, okay, so we've got to use like 10 of those, which is fine. But we've got how many? We've got 56. That's perfect. It's just so much easier having Riku with first strike as well. Do we have to use that, or can we use something else here? Because I'd rather save the 3 stars. Is there a tall boy mix we can use? Level 4 and a level 1 maybe? Perfect. Just as good. Using up our plethora of mix list abilities. We do need to, I've just thought we do need to get Kimahri into SOS. For Gagazet, I believe. This is not the... is it? Right, I don't mind wasting a Chocobo wing. So I'm just going to try something here. Come on, Nurse. Please attack. Perfect. Why have you not gone down? Oh, because he's in his 644 322. Oh, for God's sake. That plan failed. That should get Kimahri into SOS. Perfect. And now I can just use... use these again. That's fine. I'm perfectly okay wasting all these items just for safety. Honestly, just for safety. That's fine. Now we've got Kimahri in a good space as well. I wouldn't have had to... yeah, I kind of messed up there with Kimahri's turns. Fucking about with Yuna, but never mind. We are in a very good space right about now. Keep forgetting that Riku's got first strike now, which is really handy. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to use Sunbursts all the way here. But we've saved a few, which is good. Because I do want to keep a level 4 key sphere in the kitty, just in case. Just in case I need it for some magical reason. Just thought, have we got anyone with an initiative? Has Yuna got the initiative? Shit, no she hasn't. There's me, I'm fucking doing random encounters in the dark here. Okay, we'll keep going. We're doing well. We don't want to use items. We want to... yeah. Just not to mess about. Let's just use these 3 stars. That's going to be the strat when we get to... what's her name as well? Zanarkand. Versus all of those dirty encounters. So Yuna's good. Right, let's pray for one we can use. No, we've got to use double 3 stars here. So we've saved ourselves a couple though by using those level 4 and level 1 combinations. So we'll have Surfer up front. Bodyguard's going to go into the back now. Let's get the equipment set up. So she's got Sensor now. He's got Initiative. He's going to have his SOS Overdrive. And he's in SOS Reflect. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll get to Gagazet, and then I think we'll make it to one of the next areas where we can get an autosave in, and then probably call it a night. So probably looking about another, what, half an hour, folks? Slayer the right overdrive mode now for Riku. I don't believe it is. Sorry about that. Right, set mode. It's probably going to be Daredevil. Yes, because against the Behemoth and the Dark Flan, we've got to put them under silence and or sleep. And then we've got to get the rest out of there, and then we can bring Riku back. But for everything else, I believe we can just use Kimahri. Right, that recovery from Flux was fantastic, and yes, I know we've used a lot of the 3 stars, but well, we've used 10, and I think that's been money well spent for me. Just get everyone in a good space. Okay, right, we're moving on to Mount Gagazet Part 2, folks. Let's put the pad. Let's make sure you are set up. You need to be in Slayer. You're in Daredevil. You're in SOS. You've got SOS Overdrive and SOS Reflect. That's perfect. Let's put you back in Lightning Proof. May as well have you in Silence Proof. Okay, we're good. Right, let's motor on. So I've got to make sure the cutscene remover is on and is working, because this is where we get all of the cutscenes about being a dream and Zanarkand and all that sort of stuff. So I think we're good. I think we're set up well. Going into Mount Gagazet 2. Again though, new territory, folks. Not a clue what's going to happen. Not tested this. I don't think the cutscene remover gets rid of this one, so I think we just have to progress. That's a long cutscene as well, that is. That's probably like a 10-minute cutscene. Right, I'm hoping that we can get through this section pretty easily. Oh, what a horrible, horrible start. With that said, let me just check the Birdman guide, just to check the... its information, because I need to... I can't remember if it's susceptible to sleep. 80% resistance to sleep and 50% resistance to poison. That's fine. Tell you what we can do now. We can do map and grenade, a good old hazardous shell. This should work. Wonderful. 15k. We should have enough for... Right, I'm just going to defend, and I'm just going to get Riku back into overdrive. She got the right weapon, because her overdrive is not going up. Oh yes it is. Yep, so we got another 2 turns, so we should have more than enough here. Right. I believe. Yeah. We'll get it on the next turn. And then we get the victory. Ah, I've just thought this is our first steal of the area. Why am I not stealing from it? Oh, fucking ether. Is that it? I think in fact, I think the rare steal's a mana tablet, which is a bit shit. Yeah, only got 1 steal there. Oh well, still got another steal from it. That's perfectly fine. I was more concerned about getting her back into overdrive though. So, I think that's probably what it's going to be, folks. Rinse and repeat that strategy. The rest of the encounters can be dealt with by Kimari, I imagine. I just need to ensure myself, or ensure that Hazardous Shell guarantees the sleep. Because if it doesn't, it's GG. It's GG to the behemoth, I mean. And we should be able to get enough turns. So a lot like the battles on the Calmlands, same strategies here for Mount Gagazet. Yeah, and we're just chilling now. We're just defending. No one else needs anything. Riku's good. Perfect. Right, good start. Good start to Mount Gagazet Part 2. Shell Arm Guard as well. Is that SOS Shell? For the wax. Nice. Okay, we don't want to hit that. I think what we want though is... I will take this encounter all day. I will take this encounter versus the behemoth all day, baby. Yep, I'll take it. It's exactly the same versus the Dark Flan as well, because the Dark Flan has some form of resistance versus silence. I just pray that Hazardous Shell does the job. It might be that we need a Chaos Grenade, you know, versus that, to be fair. We'll come to that, though, when we face one. Sheltage, nice. Right, what's the plan now? The plan is probably going to be... Is it the Trials of Gagazet? Is that what we need to do? I wonder how I get the gate open. I think I've got to do the trials. So, let's... Right, this is where Kimari comes in, because Kimari is able to Stone Breath. I'm hoping he's in Slayer. I think the only enemy we're going to have a trouble with is probably the double Bashura, because neither Kimari... Let me just check the Bashura actually. I just want to see if it's susceptible to sleep. I don't think it is, because it might be Riku who we've got to use. Sleep 80%, because there's only a double Bashura encounter here, but I think Riku can take that on. So this is another horrible encounter, to be fair. Can the Grendel be put to sleep? That's a question. It is Grendel. Yes, Grendel. Yes, it can. 80% as well. What about floating Ahriman? AHR. There we go. Resistance sleep 20%. Okay, perfect. So right, we'll chance this. What does poison do versus the Grendel? I think I've just got a critical with that fucking Hazardous Shell, which means I've got less turns to play with now to get Riku's overdrive back. Right, 25% of 9,500. 2,375. So we've got 2 turns. Okay. Let's try and make the most of it then. I'm going to be able to do this with Riku. Get it back. It's a charge turn anyway, though. Let's see how many turns we can get. Well, I need to do a bit of swapping about with these weapons, to be fair. It might just be a case that we start the next battle and we've got to try and like risk it with some of Riku's turns. Right, we've got initiative and we've got sensor. Okay. So let's get another encounter in, because I'd rather get it in versus here, because we've got Kimari as the backup strat. Right, this is the perfect encounter. And I'll tell you why, because just like in the Calmlands, we can buy turns with Riku here. And then we can bring in Kimahri. So that was a stroke of luck. Yeah, that was a bit of luck, that was, but I'll take it. Right, I think now we're set for underwater. I just need to double check what the encounters are underwater. So, Mailspike times 2 and a Splasher. Oh, Splasher 3 of them. Mailspike and 2 Anchalos times 2. Splasher, Splasher times 2, Splasher. Ah, they're all 3 encounters. So we can put Riku in Slayer, which is fab. Nice. Right, let's get you into that and you into... No, we want... You kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. SOS Haste. Really doesn't matter. She's in Slayer, that's perfect. Right, okay. Still on LG, just going, just having a little glide through the waters of Gagazet, really. Right, these are the ones that I am a bit apprehensive about because I need to know what the... Oh, 10,000? Jesus Christ. I think it's probably going to have to be a 3 stars, a double 3 stars for them. But what I've recognised is this is our first deal of our new area. So, is that Mailspike as well? Yes. Mailspike and a Splasher, right. So we've got... Is there any reason to steal... No, we can steal a grenade or a frag grenade from the Splasher. Mailspike gives us water gems. Jesus Christ, that's good. Right, so we can guarantee ourselves at least 4 water gems here. So, 2. And the other one, 2. And then we use... This should kill them. I fucking hope so. Some busted steals there, LG. Flux went perfectly. Perfection. And I've recognised the recovery strategy after, which was nicely done as well. On the fly, mind you, no planning there. So we've got some great steals there. How many water gems have we got now? 6. That's really good. We've got a potential in the other section. We could end up with a waterproof. That's fab. All of that time trying to get waterproof. Imbecile. Did you allow yourself to steal from the Gagazet caves? I did, but I only got 1 ether. So... yeah, because it's a new route. It was our first encounter was a behemoth or behemoth, so we only ended up getting an ether and nothing special. Right, I am notoriously bad at these accuracy games, so you're gonna just have to bear with me. Yeah, got to step up the steal game, man. Should have just stolen gems instead of Besaid farming. It's the new strat. Right, it's not this one. I think... no, it was there. See, notoriously bad. So it's not this one. Is it this one? Oh, it's this one. It's the third one. where it opens up. Right. So it's not this one. I don't think it's this one either. No, but it's this one. Beautiful. Third time's the charm. And we get a nice level 1 to add to our collection. Perfect. I don't think there's any encounters on this piece of rock here. I think it's all just water encounters. Right, 400, 600, 200, 600. Can we just do grenades here with these? Fuck, what's the AI with these? Is it like self-destruct? Or is that the Masters mod? I'm sure there's some weird AI with these. Yeah. Self-destruct, 50%. Fuck. Oh, bollocks. I've got Slayer Overdrive as well. Bastard. I didn't think of this. And there's no way of using... It says here, if counter condition, splasher HP equals 0, self-destruct 50%. It's not very clear. Let me just check the wiki. So we've got Splasher 2, Splasher 3, Splasher 1, Splasher 2 or 3. So we've got all of them here. Okay. When alone, it has a 50% chance to self-destruct after defeat, except when killed by a counter-attack or captured. So it's best just to use double map to take them all out at the same time. Oh, yeah, a Star Curtain would have been quality versus the Dark Flan LG. I used to be good at this, and then on stream I missed like 5 times in a row, yeah. I'm notoriously bad at them games. Anything to do with clicking shit at the right time. If you've watched from the start, you'll know how bad I am at element reels. Masters, what is self-destruct? Here they just die. Isn't that just if they're alive, though? 2 red spheres. They die in 1 turn, then. A double red sphere is cheaper, makes a frag grenade. Right. Okay, we'll give that a shot then. Must be when they're alone. Must be when they're killed by themselves. Which is fine. We live to fight another battle, folks. Is there any items here? Ah, this is where you can gawk out over the wonderful sights of Gagazet. Right, is there any other way we can get around not using triple 3 stars? No, I don't think there is. I think just to avoid... I'm just gonna do it. Like 10,000 health is a bit too much for me to handle. How many 3 stars have we got? 46. So in theory, we've actually only got 23. Oh, it's a fucking horrible battle. Again, I think I'm just going to have to use 3 stars here. Yeah, double red was good versus the splashers. Thanks, LG. Here, though, that 10,000 health is causing me some headache because I don't really know what else to use. Because I don't think the Maelstrom can be put to sleep. I think it's just susceptible to stone, which obviously I don't have. Mail Spike, sorry. Yeah, it's susceptible to anything but anything except from confuse, sleep, slow and threaten. So it might even be worth using a Chaos Grenade, but even Chaos Grenade items on... I don't think I've got that many. Full break, slow, poison, darkness, sleep. Yeah, because if I don't take them out... In fact, no, that's probably the wrong strat there. Yeah, it's probably just best to use... double 3 stars again. I've just got to pray. The big one, the big 10K'er can't be put to sleep, which is fucking pants. Because it means I can't use stuff like Hazardous Shell. Right, I need... So we're back in town. So I need you swapped out for you. I need you back in Daredevil. Where do I go now to put an auto-save in? Because we've been 3 hours. I think what I want to do is actually get to Sanctity, to Sanctity, or just before Sanctity, and then we'll call it a night. So you're back in Daredevil. You need that again. You... we're not going to swap you in, so you can... to be fair. Let's just give you something. As long as you're in Daredevil and in SOS, and you're in Slayer and in SOS, and you've got your SOS Overdrive, that's fine. Can we pick up the pep talk here? So, map and grenade. This should put him under silence, which is perfect. What this means is I can escape with these two, I believe. And it can't hit me at all. Not until the silence wears off. Which should be enough turns for me to get an overdrive and escape. Should being the key word there. Not bothered about anything that comes from the Dark Flan at all. Another one. Okay. Right, perfect. Oh, come on, Yuna. Get yourself out of there. Why does Riku look as if she's been slowed? Is it because of the turns after the overdrive? It almost looks like Dark Flam when you put a hazardous shell on him. he gets haste status. It's never usually this quick. Must be the turn, because of the turn order from or the CTB from the overdrive. I mean, I'll take that all day as well. Is this the way? No, it's the other way. Mandragora. Can this be put to sleep? I believe it can. Just checking the P Birdman guide, folks, just to get the insight. Anything except slow, dark, zombie, provoke, threaten. 80% resistance to sleep. Perfection. Bloody hell, that's susceptible to pretty much everything. Let's just get these out, just to be on the safe side. I'm just going to wait it out as well because it's poisoned. I might as well get the gill from it, and it's got drops as well. We're going to be farming this for some drops, probably in the monster arena for the Spectral Keeper fight. And I won't spoil what it is, but we'll be we'll be farming stuff. This should take it out, and I'm just going to. Right, I'm just going to check far plane to see what it's on. I'm not bothered, I can always escape. Battle, enemies. No, it's still on 22,000. Right, we're just going to escape. Nice. See ya. See you later. Right, moving on. Another one. I'll take it. I don't want to chance a Blastermine because of potentially Hazardous Shell. I think is a higher ranked overdrive or something, or it's got a better percentage chance of inflicting sleep versus Hazardous Shell has versus Blastermine. So yeah, it's just about survival with some of these battles here. And if we can do that and escape, I'm all for it. Fuck's sake, just get out of there. Triple escape, miss. 4 escape misses. 4 escape misses on the bounce, one after the other. This is where we bring in my man, Mr. Stonebreath himself. That's just wonderful. I just love that combination. And we even get a nice heat lance for our troubles. How are we doing on equipment? Initiative, sensor. %80 resistance, LG, yeah. I've got a feeling though, Hazardous Shell is either 100% or 120% or 150%. Right, this is a new area, folks, so we can do a steal, I believe. I just need to check the guide. I think this is a new section. It might all come under one area though. Right, B. I think it all comes under the submerged passage. So I don't think we can steal. What I need to do though is just double check the P Birdman guide for Archelos, or whatever it's called. How do you spell it? Achelous. Okay. 5-1. And so what's overdrive damage? There's a special website that I use online that P Birdman kind of breaks down what the average amount of damage is per Riku overdrive. So I think we need to use a cluster bomb. So that's a 2 and a 1, a level 2 and a level 1. But shit, who's got sensor? No one's got a sensor here. Okay, we're going to go for a grenade. And then we're going to go for a Calamity Bomb, I believe, which should do 5,000 damage. So, as per this, sorry, Cluster Bomb, but that can, oh, it can do 4, 6, 8, 7. I need to kill all these at the same time. Where's my sensor? That's what I'm worried about. Whilst there's a few of you watching, the one thing I wanted to ask you was, do you think it's worth me using the quality of life stuff on Farplane, like auto sensor? Seven, 4-7. So we're 100 off if it decides to fuck me about. There's a risky business. So a cluster bomb does an average of 5,000, but it can do as little as 4, 6, 8, 7, which is about 50 shy from what I need as a lowest roll. Then it's a Shining Gem, then it's a Chaos Grenade. I think I'm just going to have to risk it. What do we want? Cluster Bomb. So I'm just going to double check. Cluster. I think it's a 2 and a 1. Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. Are the RNG gods with me? I didn't fucking put her overdrive back, you bastard. Oh, that's fucking painful. That is a painful mistake. Oh, tired. I think I'm going to have to get the fuck out of this water. No. Yeah. Uh-oh. Right. Let's pray we can escape. No. Get the fuck out of there. Lucky. Very lucky. I think what I'm going to have to do is... because I'm tired. Right, did we get an autosave there? That's a question. Because I might just have to come back and think about this another day. Yeah, we did. Right. Instead of messing about, because I think I'm going to have to go back to Mount Gagazet and do what we did before with Riku's overdrive. So, we're 3 hours 20 minutes deep, folks. We're going to call it a night, and we're going to pick up right where we are on this autosave. Yeah, somehow I was playing with fire underwater, LG. That was a very, very risky play, but we managed to get through it. We've had a cracking stream. Seymour Flux absolutely obliterated off the face of this planet. We've got some great steals in Mount Gagazet. We're doing well. We fucked up a bit at the end, but we'll get through it. I'm sure we will, one way or the other. We're going to call it a night there, folks. We'll probably be back, I think Wednesday, maybe. I need to double check the house schedule, but it's going to be sometime this week. I want to get in, now the rules video is out. Feel free to check that out, by the way. And I have pinned the link to the video in the pinned message above in the chat. So feel free to check that out. If you have joined us in the chat tonight, great to have you with us as always. Smash the like button on the live stream if you've enjoyed tonight's content. Subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the Jecht community. Always great to have new subscribers, followers. It's great to be back. Great to see you all in the chat. LG, my man, great to see you, brother. Thanks for joining me throughout this adventure tonight. And I will catch you all on the next one. Office is coming along nicely. We're back in the office right now. We've got a makeshift desk, but the new flooring's down. The walls are done. We've just got to get the wardrobe, the new wardrobe up, which we've got to buy. We'll get the proper desk built and into the office then. And then the office is done then, which is fantastic. So, yeah, looking forward to having this done and dusted. But we're back in for now. We're Nuzlocking from the office and things are going really well. So, great to see you all. Appreciate all the love and support as always. Great to be back streaming. Hope you all enjoy the rules explained video for the Nuzlocke. For the Nuzlocke challenge. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm really bad at these outros. Catch you all on the next one. Probably be sometime this week, Wednesday, Thursday maybe, and then the weekend late nights this weekend coming up as well. We'll probably do a Jecht Geek in the week, probably do some Game of Thrones stuff, probably get some Nuzlocke done as well. Thanks LG for the love and support, my brother. Take it easy. Hope you're feeling better. Catch you on the next one all. Bye for now. Donate so I can get a new desk. The desk is paid for, so it'll just recoup the money, I suppose. Take it easy, LG. Bye for now, bro.